We're continuing to follow, as we have been, the leading two candidates in the 2024 Republican presidential primary. Those are Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. Let's start with DeSantis today. Ron DeSantis gave a speech in Columbia, South Carolina, 2 days ago. In this speech, Ron DeSantis really reminded us why his campaign is failing to launch, why his campaign is going nowhere, why his campaign is laying off a dozen people. DeSantis is still talking about vaccines and vaccine mandates, and he is also lying and trying to rewrite history when it comes to dealing with COVID, casting or creating a contrast that is completely legendary only in his own mind when it comes to him versus Trump on COVID. Listen to this clip. You might think that it were 2021 listening to DeSantis here.
That mandate was wrong. That mandate was not based on scientific data. Military personnel who meet standards were probably at close to zero risk of significant COVID to begin with. Many of them had already had COVID and had natural immunity, but the mRNA shots...
It's just nuts that he's still talking about this as if this is going to win him a nomination.
...were shown not to prevent the infection and transmission of COVID.
Right.
So you have individuals that had already had it, they didn't want to take the shot, and then they're being forced to take something that they don't want to take or perhaps potentially lose their career. Right. So that was wrong. That was an example of civilians and political people bowing to the hysteria in society at the time about COVID and trying to jam that down the throats of our military service members. We are going to acknowledge that the military made a mistake.
Okay.
We are going to offer service members who were separated their jobs back,
right.
Including with back pay. There
you go. So as you can imagine, not part of this story is that DeSantis declared a state of emergency in March of 2020, earlier than many other states, authorized what is being called a lockdown on April 1st of 2020. And it could have been later, shorter, or longer, early, whatever. Whether it was right or wrong, by the way, he's trying to rewrite history on this thing. Now, he did then reopen in what is arguably an irresponsible way. The point is, rewriting COVID history to try to win a Republican primary against Donald Trump, who's got more than twice the support you have in almost August of 2023, is a losing battle. And even Newsmax seems to have had enough of DeSantis.
And so what DEI is telling people to do is to elevate our differences, elevate different ethnicities, gender, race, you name it, and balkanize people and put them into different groups. That's not good for society. But it's definitely
all right, you're listening to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speaking live right now. I'm presidential contender for 2024 and looking for that Republican nomination.
All right, so Newsmax has basically had enough. Here's one more clip from this just electric speech from Ron DeSantis, literally winning him tens of votes, I'm sure.
To be yet another institution in American life that gets infected with the woke mind virus.
Oh, boy.
This is changing the character of the military. It's changing the culture of our services, and it's creating a situation in which great warriors have been driven away, and recruiting is at an all-time low post-abolition of the draft and the Vietnam conflict.
In reality, there are record numbers of people wanting to join the military from DeSantis's own state of Florida. And as was pointed out by CNN anchor Jake Tapper during the recent interview with DeSantis, even those who are in the age that they might join the military rank wokeness as 9th on the list of concerns about the military. And that's once you have eliminated from that list the obvious concerns about being far from your family, getting injured, getting maimed, or getting killed. You've got to eliminate all of that. And then wokeness is the 9th largest concern for potential members of the military. He's making it all up, and it is not helping him. He continues to struggle to stay above 20% while Trump is actually gaining support. Trump was at 45 in late March and then around low 50s and just slightly climbing into the mid 50s. DeSantis is failing. And there is a real question as to whether this guy even has a path to the first primary. We'll watch it, we'll follow it, we'll see where it goes. I love a good sauna. After a workout, after a stressful or long day, you get in the sauna to unwind. The blood vessels dilate, your heart rate goes up, it can soothe muscles and more. Now you can enjoy the same effects from the comfort of your home without a bunch of strangers walking around, which I personally am not big on. Our sponsor, Bon Charge, makes the world's safest and most advanced sauna blanket, and it's tremendous. I love getting in there for reading or get a little work done, a little meditation, take a nap. Just gets you really relaxed, super easy to clean, really compact, lightweight design, simple to fold up and put away when you're done with it. And it comes with a 12-month warranty. If you don't love it, returns are really easy, no questions asked. Go to boncharge.com/Pacman. Use the code Pacman for 15% off. The link is down below.